In Yang style Taijiquan, snake grip down is one form where it is very important to look at the principles very, very carefully, because one thing is that if the principle is off, you may perhaps cause quite a damaging injury, especially to the knee. What I find is that the way the loading of the knee that I see in many of the Tai Chi forms videos, this particular aspect is not particularly paid attention to. As far as the loading of the leg is concerned, the weight has to be more on the heel and the hip, and the weight has to be completely unloaded from the knee in order to protect it. And the load bearing, as I had discussed in the earlier video, is more on the hip. What is a snake grip stance? A snake grip stance, you start with a single whip, you splay the feet away, and then you have the knee proceed in the direction, and you ensure that your body is fairly upright and the loading is more on the hip, and you have the completely the form within the space of the two legs. What I see typically is that they really go low, and then they have the upper body really go very, very low, and this sort of tends to load the knee and it affects the flow in general. What should happen really, that the upper body shouldn't bow too much further away from where the leg position of the back leg is. It should not fall too forward like this and go away from this back leg axis. The upper body should be within the legs, and you proceed with the knee heading in the direction of the toe, upper body more or less upright, and you squat as is. You be remaining, the weight is on the hip and the heel, and then you proceed with the weight transfer for the next. To sort of try and get this particular aspect, there's one thing that you could probably do is you can have the legs splay away about 120 degrees, and then you have the fingers pointing down. Let the knee proceed in the direction, and you try to arch the lower back, ensuring that the upper body is within the toe, within the distance of this toe. You don't fall too forward and load the knee. The loading has to be more on the hip, and you try and touch. Even if you can't touch, you can, even if you can't spread, even this is okay. You load the hip and the heel. Okay, so that's something for that snake grip stance.